What it do, people? I had to welcome y'all to another episode of Knowdatsports Thursday Night Football Edition, man. I got him on my day one with me, man. My guy, Big Block Sport, man. What the P doing, bro?
Yo, we in the building. You know what I'm saying? NFL season is here. Week 1 is over. We in the full swing. College football is live too. So it's a
That boy Deion Sanders, I ain't bullshit.
It's a great time to be alive. Let's go Seminoles.
Yeah, I fought with Florida State too. I fought with Florida State. We ain't did that since Jameis Winston, but goddamn, we done came back. It's our time. You can believe that it's our time now.
Ready now.
It's amazing we like the same goddamn kind of football team, but we can't get nothing going on when it comes to the pros. So somebody nothing going on comes to the pros.
Cause I like a good team and you like a trash team, so that's the problem right there.
Let you tell it. But we got a date real soon though. We fast. We got a date.
I'm telling you exactly what happened. The Cowboys got the $40 playbook for a 4th round pick. That's all that shit was.
We fine. We got something for you. Believe that.
Them boys brought the playbook for a 4th round pick. That shit crazy. I can't believe they did that shit.
Go to hell.
Oh.
Go to
Lance
hell.
over there giving up all the time.
9 times out of 10, he don't even know it. He don't even know they got that playbook. He'll never get no PT. He don't motherfucking know it.
We done sent them over there with a dummy script.
And that's why I tell you, we need to go up for that period. But before we get into with 4 weeks or 3 weeks from now,
yeah,
we got to talk about this Thursday night game, man.
Yes, sir.
Y'all know what the P doing. The Minnesota Vikings and Philadelphia Eagles. Philadelphia won that game against New England. Minnesota gave that game away against Tampa Bay. Let me tell it. Before we get into the numbers, Block, who you like in that game?
I think in the game, I got to take the Philadelphia Eagles just because Minnesota, with all their talent, they just mistake prone. And I think they gonna miss Dalvin Cook more than they initially thought. I think they ran for like 20 yards or something like that, or like
I don't even know how many yards they ran for. But boy, they ran for 20 yards. Boy, that ain't right.
2-point-something yards to carry. So Madison is good. Madison is good, but I don't think Madison has that breakaway speed. I don't think he is shifty as Dalvin Cook. And I know Dalvin Cook was up there and he was trying to get paid. So, whatever, business is business. But I think they really going to miss that because outside of that, the offensive line hasn't really changed much in the last few years. I think Addison is a good pickup for Minnesota at wide receiver. I think he's going to take some pressure off of Justin Jefferson, even though he still went for like 8 million yards.
I think, he showed out. He did it thing.
Yeah. But again, just with a lot of teams, it boils down to that quarterback. And Kirk Cousins had 3 turnovers last week. So I can see him. And that was against a Buccaneers defense that you could say is probably.
Hey, Buccaneers got a solid defense. They solid.
Yeah, they solid. I think they was more solid 3-4 years ago when they won the Super Bowl, right? Like, so they got the same defense basically, but some of those dudes now 3-4 years older.
I still say they got their top 15.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I think the only thing that Philadelphia has to get together is offensively they got to find their rhythm. I think they had a really hard time finding their rhythm against the New England Patriots. I don't know how much of that is Bill Belichick scheming them up or how much of that is, week 1, them trying to find their sauce. But I'm still going to take the Philadelphia Eagles in the game just because Minnesota has Kirk Cousins at quarterback, and that's minus.
I ain't gonna tell you that. It's just real, just simple, bro.
That's 2 turnovers as soon as you start the game.
Man, I got to argue with a guy, man. I ain't gonna say I got to argue with a guy. Because I don't really do too much arguing. Me and the guy were debating, going back and forth, and he was trying to. And he was talking bad about Jefferson. What the wide receiver number 18?
Yeah.
Jefferson called out, I think, his top 5 wide quarterbacks or whatever.
Yeah.
And Kirk Cousins went on the list.
Nope.
So when he went on the list, folks started talking bad about Jefferson. They were like, They won't like these young cats these days. They don't know how to respect their teammates and shit like that. So I told him, I said, Jefferson just told the truth. That's all he did. He called out the 5 quarterback that he called out. I can't remember all of them, but I think Aaron Rodgers, Josh Allen, and I think Patrick Mahomes on. I don't know who the other 2 was. I can't remember. But all 5 that he called out are better than Kirk Cousins. All 5 of them. And I was telling the guy, I was like, he know Kirk Cousins ain't got it. He know Kirk Cousins hot garbage. He know that. That's why he didn't got him. That's why he didn't got him as the top 5 quarterback. Kirk Cousins ain't got it. Simple math to me. I think Kirk Cousins is 1-11 on I think Thursday night and Monday night. Not Thursday night, but Sunday night primetime game. I'm gonna say primetime game.
Yep.
I think Thursday night is a primetime game.
Yep.
I think Sunday night is a primetime game, and I think Monday night is a primetime game. He 1-11. He won and it's short, like you said. He 1-11. They flying to Philadelphia. Hey man, and he ain't got it. They ain't gonna cut the most. I don't think Philadelphia all world like folks say they is, but I think they'll go there. I think they'll handle Minnesota. So I think their defensive line will get at Kirk Cousins, Davis, and Carter. They'll make a couple plays and get at Kirk Cousins, and he can give them what they want. So
it's almost gonna be the same thing as last week, where the Patriots was not able to run the ball consistently, so they had to put the ball in Mac Jones' hands 30, 35 times. I think he threw. And that's not how the Patriots gonna win. That's not how Minnesota gonna win. The more
but Minnesota want to do that though.
Yeah,
like the Patriots don't want Mac Jones to throw the ball goddamn 35 all the time. They ain't want that. They want Kirk Cousins to do it like that.
They're gonna have to.
That's why they want to put it. They want to put it on Kirk Cousins. They want Kirk Cousins to shake the beat. So they think Kirk Cousins can take him to where he got to go. I think he threw for like 5 X amount of yards last year. I don't know how many yards he threw for last year, but he threw for a lot of garbage yards, in my opinion. So they want him to throw that. And that's right up Philadelphia alley. I'm saying he gonna give them what they want when they ball down to it. Kirk Cousins gonna get them for what he want. What they want, he gonna give it to them. So I like Philadelphia straight up. We got that. We verse on the same page of that. But the real question is, what Philadelphia Eagles team gonna show up?
Yeah.
Because Philadelphia, I don't think Philadelphia covered against New England. I think they gave New England 6.5 or some 6 points. I can't remember, and they beat them by 5.
Yeah.
This week they give the Minnesota Vikings 7 points. Can the Eagles beat them by 7 or better?
Nah, I think the Vikings will cover though, because I think the Vikings. I think I was looking last season. I think they lost. I don't know, like 11 games, or 11 of their games was decided by 1 touchdown or something like that. I think too, a lot of times what happens, to your point, right, with Kirk Cousins, he throw for thousands of yards each year. A lot of that is at the end of the game, teams being prevent. He done threw a bunch of picks the first half, so now in the second half he airing it out, and Justin Jefferson is playing against a loose zone. So I feel like the Vikings will cover, but I think it's something that they will end up covering in like the 4th quarter or something like that, where they'll come back.
So in other words, you said you like the Eagles to beat them straight up, but you'll take them 7 points with Minnesota.
I agree. Yeah, I think the game will be 26-20, 26-21,
something like that.
Might even be a little more than that now I think about it, because I mean, again, at Mac Jones, the Patriots scored 30-something points, so I could probably see it being.
When did the Patriots score 30 points?
Last week.
No, they didn't. Scored 25-20.
Okay.
I don't think the Eagles covered. I don't believe. I can't remember what the point spread was. I think it was 6.5. I believe though.
I think the Vikings got a little bit better weaponry than the Patriots, at least on the outside. So that's why I can see it being a high-scoring game. But I think that the high score, because I put that in quotations, would just be the Eagles getting out to a big lead, and then the Vikings will pick up a touchdown here, a touchdown there to bring it close at the end, but the game will be
make
over.
it look good.
Make
like
it more victory.
I see the Vikings scored 17 points on Tampa Bay defense.
Yeah.
At home. I think Philadelphia defense is a little bit better than Tampa Bay to a certain extent. I will say they years better. They gave up 20 to New England. I don't think the Eagles will cover them 7 points either. I don't think they will either. I think the score will be some shit like you said. I think the Eagles probably put up 28 and goddamn Minnesota can put up at least 21.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or 20. Minnesota can put up at least 21 to 24. The Eagles can put up at least 26 to probably 28 to the most. 28 really pushing it when it boils down to it. That's how I feel. Okay, so we on the same page on that too. I feel like there's too many points. I don't think the Eagles will cover themselves. I say appreciate you for them 7 points. If I was a Minnesota Viking fan, I'd take them 7. But straight up, I think the Eagles will beat them straight up. Over and under is 49. To me, that's called a big old shootout to me.
Yeah.
You think 49 too many points or 49 ain't enough points?
No, I think they'll go over 49 points.
So you expect both of these folks to score over 24.
Yeah.
You expect both of them to score over 24.
Yeah, I'm thinking like 36-30.
I'm talking about a big old shootout.
Now, what I'll say about that is I'll say the Eagles gonna have 30 points by halftime.
What'd you say?
I said I had the Eagles probably have about 30 points by halftime.
That's pretty hard for me because one way I say they can go over 49, if the Eagles just explode on offense. Because I really think their defense good enough to hold Kirk Cousins to no more than about 21 points. To the most. Like, really to the most. So, to get past 49, I need goddamn Jaden Hurts to score goddamn 28 to 30 points.
Well, I'm thinking your boy Kirk is good for a little pick six action, a fumble rooski, you know what I'm saying? So I'm expecting a defensive touchdown to kind of take the Philadelphia score more than what it would be offensively.
What you just said, that made a lot of sense. I ain't think about that. You right. I say they up the score too. You right. I can see Kirk Cousins getting me, excuse me. I see Kirk Cousins out there getting up there, getting a fumble, getting a crucial fumble, getting a crucial fumble or a crucial interception, and that'll push him over the top. So then I can see it like I said.
He fumbled 3 times last week.
So that means anytime you go around it, the ball turns into a loaf of bread. As soon as you get around it. Anytime you get around it, it turns into a loaf of bread. He got that ready to drop that motherfucker with no question asked.
Instantly.
So if Tampa Bay defense did that, I know Philadelphia defense can get it. So I say they up the score on the 49. I'm a scratch the part that I said that they won't cover them 7 points. I say goddamn Minnesota. I say the Eagles cover themselves. I say the Eagles had a game against Minnesota where folks were looking for them to have against New England.
Yeah.
So I can see a 30 to 21, 31-20. I'm saying 31-21, something like that. I can see that. So I say the Eagles do cover themselves.
Okay.
And I say they up the score. I say that the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles will up the score over the 49. But majority of that gonna be coming from the Eagles. I truly believe that. Next up, the Batman is a little thing that we got, like our top 10 teams. I'm saying through week 1, going into week 2. First off, I show Big Block Sports. I show Hill first.
Show the right list first, and then we can
let you tell it. You may call it the right list. I call it don't know no better list. I'm saying, so however you want to call this, cool with me. But we'll start out with your top 10.
All right, we got the 49. So when I started making a list, I just thought about all three phases, right? Offense, defense, special teams. So I thought obviously 49ers, offense, defense, special teams. We had a great game on Sunday against Pittsburgh. In all three phases, we gave up some yards on the kick return that I didn't really like, but for the most part, returning punts we did good, returning kicks we did good, covering kickoffs we had a hard time, but defense had 2 picks. We held them to 1 touchdown, no touchdowns in the second half, and then offensively we put up 30 points, so it was a good day. Rookie kicker ain't missed no kicks after he was hot garbage all preseason.
Yeah, that shocked me too. He looked good though. He looked good.
He made the kicks he needed to. So we'll see what happens when it get down to you know what I'm saying, the Robbie Gold type of pressure kicks. How we gonna do? So then going to the next team. Same reason again, Cowboys, offense, defense, special teams, they look good against the Giants. It wasn't Giants, but I think Michael Parsons looks really good. He definitely took a step. Having Stephon Gilmore back there does not hurt. You know what I'm saying? Defense in the defensive backfield. I think he did. He covered Darren Waller. He was basically non-existent in the game.
And I ain't gonna tell you no lie, right? But Darren Waller out there looking like I thought he was a wide receiver.
Yeah.
Don't he was number 12 or some shit?
Yeah, he number 12.
Man, I swear that man, I didn't even know who he was. Till they threw the ball to him one time, and I think he caught it or whatever. I forgot if he caught it or not. But I said, I was like, oh, that Darren Waller right there.
I mean, so I know a lot of people like Darren Waller, but I don't really see it. You know what I'm saying? But hey, whatever.
He like Kyle Pitts.
Yeah.
Like they be trying to compare folks like Wilder and Kyle Pitts to like Shannon Sharp, but you really can't compare them to Shannon Sharp because Shannon Sharp, he had muscle on him. So that he got there, he had a wide receiver frame when he first got there, but he worked himself into he can get in the trenches and block.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, with no questions asked. They look like wide receivers to me, man. Them two niggas look like wide receivers. Wilder and Pitts, hell of a football player, but they look like wide receivers. They should flank them out more. They need to get flanked out a little bit more. Because they ain't really can't get that going on in the trench because they're gonna get beat up. They're too little.
Or they need to do something where they got 2 tight ends. They got 1 tight end that's basically like a flexible tackle, and then they got Waller or Pitts to be that receiving threat on the outside. You know, to create mismatches.
But when he close to the line of scrimmage, he working in the middle of the field.
Yeah,
that means he going to get linebackers and safeties and shit.
Yeah,
when he go across the middle of the field, them niggas he too thin in the ass. he might run past the guy, so they can run past the guy. But if I give you a cushion, you can't run past me.
Yeah.
So now I can just get physical. When you're a tight end, I can get physical with you.
Yep.
I get more physical with you at a tight end than I can with a wide receiver on the outside or a man in the slot. So they got to start putting them niggas in the slot. So that's what they really wide receivers, bro. Them niggas wide receivers.
Yeah. So
in a tight end, in almost tight end body. Well, my bad for cutting you off. You started the big team.
You good.
You started the big team in football, Dallas Cowboys. My bad. Excuse me.
You should cut me off quicker. Then I would go with last year's Super Bowl matchup. I would put the Eagles slightly above the Chiefs just because if I look at it, wide receiver for the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes is great, but boy,
without Kelsey.
But boy, without Kelsey, that receiving core looking hot garbage. But I think so that's why I got the Eagles and the Chiefs. I know I got 3 and 4, but really it's like 3A, 3B. I think between them two, I really couldn't put them above one another. But I just put the Eagles up just because they won their game and the Chiefs didn't. Then I got the Jaguars. I feel like Trevor Lawrence had a really good game. Made some incredible throws. I think wide receiver wise, they got some weapons on the outside. Evan Ingram is another one of them. Evan Ingram is probably like one of those tight ends where it's like he kind of fit that same mold like Waller and Pitts, but for whatever reason, he seemed a little more physical.
He got put a little weight on him.
Yeah, he seemed a little more physical.
He put a little boast on, not that much, but he got that. He don't look as slim as he used to when he played for the Giants.
Yeah. So I like the Jaguars, and then defensively, the Josh Allen is really good. I forgot the dude they drafted on the outside, but I know Josh Allen is a really good pass rusher. Then I'm gonna go with the Ravens. Ravens are contenders every year. I think defensively they solid. Lamar Jackson is Lamar Jackson. Zay Flowers looks really good. Bateman looks really good. I don't know where OBJ was, but
I seen one kid.
Yeah.
I don't know if he had more than one kid, but I seen one.
I think the Rook had all the catches, and then Bateman had a couple catches. I think again, as with every year with the Ravens, another running back hurt. So we go see what they gonna do in the backfield, because Dobbins, I think he tore his Achilles too. And then Andrews, hopefully Andrews come back soon.
Tight end.
Yeah. Because then I think they'll really be able to open up the passing game more for Lamar Jackson. But for their first, again, this is Lamar Jackson's first time in this offense, an offense that's probably a lot different than what he was running with Greg Roman. But I got the Ravens at number 6. Dolphins at number 7. Speed, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't practice for that speed that they got until you get in that game and them boys running by, because they was just running by people.
But if we can't speak on number one game because they're the game that we seen. But I put that game that when Miami played the Chargers, man, I put that shit on the Chargers, man. Ain't no way in the head block, ain't no way in the hell. That's why ain't no way in the hell you got there, you get up on goddamn Tyree Hill close enough where you could touch him with your hand. You ain't got no business that close to that man.
No.
At all. So that what the name? I forgot his first name, but his last name Jackson, number 27.
J.C. Jackson.
I don't walking up on that man like he can't run past him or something. I'm like, you tripping, man. You gotta get that man a cushion. And every time he got close enough to Tyree Hill where he could touch it, Tua went to him. Because he know goddamn don't take nothing but a half a step and he beats.
Yep.
You can't run. You tripping. Your best bet is goddamn force him to the inside with a linebacker there. So if you do go to the inside, the linebacker can goddamn cut him off and you can goddamn get up on him to a certain extent then.
Yep.
But all of those stepping up on that man, you tripping, man. You can't do that. You cannot do those. I can't see now cornerback in the league, South guard any of them folk. Stepping up on that man, get close enough where you can jam. Well, you too close. You too close. And that's what the Chargers did. The Chargers did that shit too much.
Yeah, the Chargers, I think that game was, to your point, that game was like both teams was trying their best to lose.
I ain't gonna tell you a lie though. That was a good game, man. I picked that game to be the game of the week. Before that Jets Buffalo, because when they bought out, so they ain't gonna lie, that Jets Buffalo ended up being the game of the week.
Yeah.
With what happened. With what happened. Aaron Rodgers. And just putting out a win. And the Jets putting out a win in that game.
Yeah.
How they won it with the punt return. They ended up being the game of the week to me. But I picked the Chargers and the Dolphins. And that was a good ass game.
It was a shootout. And what I think is interesting to me is that I think Tua don't have enough arm for his receivers, because I do feel like in certain spots he was not able to get the ball down the field, and I feel like oppositely, the speed on the Chargers is not working with Justin Herbert's arm, because Justin Herbert has a huge arm to throw the ball down the field. So I feel like if Herbert was on the Dolphins and Tua was on the Chargers, like they would be excellent teams, because the Chargers run a lot of stop routes. They run a lot of ends, especially with Keenan Allen, who's very shifty. But they don't run a lot of like
go.
deep balls down the field. And I think the
Cool.
Dolphins want to do that, but they can't with Tua, and that's where they end up running the deep overs, the fade routes to Hill on the wheel routes, to sort of generate deep plays.
Yeah.
So I just thought it was interesting where it was like the quarterbacks was kind of on the wrong teams. But
it would be real interesting.
I still got the Dolphins up there because they won. I mean, you can't accidentally throw for 400 yards. I mean, it helps when the guy catches it, it takes off for 30, 40 every time. But Tua threw for over 400 yards, so I gotta show them some props. For sure. I got the Bills next. I know a lot of people are down on the Bills. Honestly, I think the Aaron Rodgers injury probably impacted the Bills more than the Jets because I feel like the Jets kind of at that point had something to fight for, right? Like they had something to play for. Like, yo, we gotta come together. We gotta play harder than we initially thought we was gonna play because they felt like maybe Aaron Rodgers was gonna be the X factor. And the Bills probably like, oh, Zach Wilson in the game. All right, boo, we got this. And they might have started to think that it was all sweet because Aaron Rodgers went out, and then subsequently they got bit in the behind. So I feel like
I can see that. I can see that if. I can see that on defense. I can't see it on offense, bro.
Well, offense,
I really can't see it on offense. I cannot see Josh Allen throwing 3 interceptions and fumbling the ball just on or Aaron Rodgers going, we got there now. I can see the defense saying that, but not Josh Allen played terrible. Josh Allen gave them folk the game like, here you go.
Yeah. Well, I think Josh Allen's problem, and it might have been, Monday night, first week versus Aaron Rodgers. He might have felt like he needed to make a statement. He might have needed to feel like he got to show why. Because, I mean, I know a lot of people think Josh Allen is a really good quarterback, but I don't think he's in some of the top list of quarterbacks because of him being mistake prone, because of his inability to win the big game. I think like all his playoff games or all the games he went in the OT with, he done lost or something. He done lost several times.
You know why Josh Allen don't get criticized? He might start doing that now. They might do that now. This season they might do that. But you know why he don't get criticized that much? Because he don't play for the Dallas Cowboys. I'm just gonna be real. Just imagine Dak Prescott doing that.
He has done it. What do you mean? Just imagine. You ain't gotta imagine that.
Josh Allen got that. Josh Allen 0 for 4 in overtime. Dak Prescott ain't 0 for 4 in overtime.
I'm just saying Dak Prescott has given the game away. He gave the game away several times.
You're right. You have. But that's blown out of proportion when it come from Dallas though. That's breaking news. That's topic. They talking about that. Everybody talking about that. Josh Allen doing it ain't.
It's a small market team, right? And then another thing is, whatever something happened with the Cowboys, who they got to talk to? They got to talk to Jerry. Jerry got to get up there and say so. Why?
So when it brought out to it, like I was trying to tell you pre-show before we started, injury gonna save a lot of folks.
Yeah.
Like Aaron Rodgers don't get hurt. Now, don't get me wrong. The Jets still might do something, but I don't think so. I think you're gonna see the same Jets we saw last year.
Yeah.
So if Aaron Rodgers don't get hurt, somebody in trouble in the AFC ain't gonna make it. We're gonna make it.
Yeah.
Because somebody wasn't gonna make it. Now, like in Miami, they got there. I think they locked in right now. I think Miami is the second best team in the division now.
Yeah.
Maybe number one the way Buffalo was just licking. So then, but an injury saved a lot of folks. Might have saved Buffalo.
Yeah.
That injury might have just saved Buffalo. Because with Aaron Rodgers, I don't think they were gonna beat the Jets with Aaron Rodgers, period. That's why I said they went out bad with losing without it. I knew they were gonna beat him with Aaron Rodgers. They couldn't beat them.
Yeah.
No. He got the Bills. The Bills. It's hard for them to beat the Jets. That was with Zach Wilson and goddamn Mike White.
Yep.
You can't beat them with the head. I think you gonna do with Aaron Rodgers when he was there. So I I think that Aaron Rodgers injury really helped the Bills a lot. Even though they lost that game, in the long run, they're gonna help the Bills. So they don't have to worry about them too tough. They don't have to worry about them too tough. Unless Zach Wilson done change his whole goddamn demeanor and he done turned into the one. I think we're gonna get the same thing. But you start at I think you start at the Bills at number 8. I'm sorry.
I still got the Bills in the top 10. They still a talented team in the AFC. So I got the Packers at number 9. I think Jordan Love is gonna have a great season. I think they got a great secondary. I think they can rush the passer. They can run the ball. Hopefully, Aaron Jones ain't mess up his leg because he kind of came up on one of his long passes.
I see a hamstring.
Hamstring
left leg.
But I think they got a good combination of running with him and AJ. Dang, I forgot his name right now. Big dude. In the back, the Packers.
Dillon.
Yeah, AJ Dillon. I think once they get Christian Watson back healthy, their wide receiver core will be more complete. I think Romeo Doubs is a good wide receiver. So I got the Packers at number 9. And then I threw the Lions a bone. You know what I'm saying? The Lions came up.
Like that?
Beat the Super Bowl champs. They got
like that. You gonna throw them a bone?
I'm gonna throw them a bone.
Like that?
Aiden Hutchinson looks good. They picked up Chauncey. Then he got like 8 names. Gardner Johnson, whatever. I think he's been an important.
He get them attitude.
Yeah, he give them some attitude in the secondary. I think Jahmyr Gibbs, they was just kind of seeing what he could do. Every time he got the ball, he looked explosive. Wide receivers, I think they got.
I'm gonna tell you something else I feel about him though. I believe he got to work on his pass blocking.
Yeah,
that's why David Montgomery will get more PT here.
Yeah,
David Montgomery pick up the blitz.
But yeah, I like the Lions. You know what I'm saying, at number 10. I think there's probably, depending on how the next couple of weeks goes, there's a couple of teams that I could probably slide in and out of there. But for now, top 10 teams in the NFL, Big Block Sports.
Out of your top 10, we got a lot of them in different numbers. I virtually got 9 of them folk. One of them I don't have. And the one that I don't have will be surprising.
Mm-hmm.
But it's cool. It's no big deal. It's no problem. I explain why they're not on my list. I explain why they're not on my list. And on my list, I got 9 of the same 9 you got. We just got one different. And if you can see my list, for those who looking at it on YouTube or whatever,
Cleveland Browns. Oh my
Lord. You don't see goddamn the Kansas City Chiefs on my list.
I don't.
You got the Kansas City Chiefs on yours though. So
I do.
I break down Knowdatsports top 10 team through week 1. And I break it down as when I call the team out, I'll tell you why where they at.
Okay.
At number 1, y'all know what the P doing. Dallas Cowboys at number 1. Not because I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. I'm going by what I saw. I saw the Dallas Cowboys, the older team, give 0 points. Okay. Before I get to it, this list gonna change each week.
Yeah.
Always Cowboys stay at number 1 that week. If they got them hold the list to anybody. Let's say they give up 10 points and everybody else gave up 20, 25. Okay, they still got one of the top defenses in the game. They still want number 1 to me. They gave up 0 points and they scored 40. What else do you goddamn want? If they don't tell you that, that ain't number what you call that.
I don't even think they got across into the red zone or anything. Like it was
Cowboy?
The Giants. I'm saying I don't even think they crossed.
They got enough one time when we blocked the field goal. After we blocked the field goal, they ain't make that no more.
Yeah.
Number 2, I got the Cleveland Browns. Why do I got the Cleveland Browns? I'm gonna go back the same way I was saying about the Cowboys. The Cleveland Browns gave up 3 points to a division rival, the Cincinnati Bengals. A team that's picked, they got to win that division and might go to the Super Bowl. Let the experts tell it. Okay, so I got Cleveland at 2 for right now. At number 3, I got the 49ers. The reason why I got the 49ers at 3, because 2 reasons. First of all, I didn't think they were gonna go out there and beat Pittsburgh. I didn't think they were gonna beat them. The way Pittsburgh looking in the preseason, I was like, shit, Pittsburgh, they shaking it. Brock Purdy, he ain't played. Man, the 49ers went out there and look like they ready. Look like the same team they got there last year that you got to come on with it and put your chin scrap on and got to make it do what it do. So I was surprised. I was surprised and impressed how they beat Pittsburgh at Pittsburgh, flying from goddamn San Francisco to play a 1:00 game at Pittsburgh. That was impressive to me. I can't take that from that. They're real impressive. At number 4, I got the Baltimore Ravens. Why I got the Baltimore Ravens at 4? They gave up 9 points. I think they scored, 30? Some
25,
shit like that.
25.
35, shit like that. They scored, how many points folks scored?
I think it was 25.
Yeah, they scored 25, gave up 9. They covered every shape, form, of fashion. The rookie quarterback didn't get them a 3, got them field goal. Sound pretty good to me. I got them at 4 right now. I like how Lamar Jackson looked. The offense looked pretty fluent, even though goddamn they had some key injuries. But for week 1, they looked pretty good. At number 5, I got the Philadelphia Eagles. Why I got Philadelphia Eagles at number 5? Because I believe Philadelphia should have beat New England a little bit worse than they did. They didn't cover. They beat them by 5 points. And New England had a chance to win that game. Huh?
It was a close game at first.
Yeah, it was. It was. And the hype show on the Philadelphia Eagles is out here. That game ain't supposed to be close like that.
Yeah.
Philadelphia Eagles supposed to ate them folks.
Yeah.
Straight ate them. Like, come here, you ain't got nothing going on. Eat you. But like I said, New England had a chance to win that game. Philadelphia pulled it out. So I put them at 5. At 6, I got the Detroit Lions. Why do I got the Detroit Lions in my top 10 at the number 6 spot? Because Detroit just went and did something folk that think they could go do. And Detroit showed me something. Detroit got a damn good ass offensive line. A damn good offensive line. So if your defensive line any kind of suspect, your ass finna get goddamn pushed around. You think I'm bullshit and they got that Kansas City Chiefs. Had them got them secondary and defensive linemen out there. Boy, them folk dominated them folk like it wasn't nothing. When they got the ball and running the football. I like they got Campbell. They got Campbell attitude. So I like how he done built their team. So they got a big game going on next week against Seattle. So Seattle coming off a loss. Hoping Detroit ain't caught up in the hype on this. They just beat Kansas City. So that should be a good one. But right now I got them at the 6th spot. At the 7th spot, I got the Miami Dolphins. Why I got the Miami Dolphins at the 7th spot? Because they got them flew from Miami to LA and got that win and won a shootout. Yeah, that was pretty big to me. I really liked it. I didn't expect them to go out there and beat them. I thought the Chargers were gonna beat Miami, but Tua and Hill they connected. Tua had 200 some yards. I'm not Tua, but he had 200 some yards.
Yeah,
Tua had about almost 400 or some shit, or over 400. They looked real. On offense, they looked like that out there. They looked like that shit potent. That shit looked real potent. So it looked pretty good to me at 7. I still don't like I still think they run game a little suspect or whatever. But shit, long as you got niggas trying to get up on Tyreek Hill and run scribe for scribe with him, you ain't got to run the ball. You can just pitch and catch when it boils down to it. At number 8, I got the Jets. Like I say, this shit don't change. This shit don't change week to week. But I like the reason why I got the Jets right there because I like how the Jets defense played. I like how, even though I know what they defense got, how they defense bring to the party. I like how they played against Buffalo. And they ain't lost the game. If you notice my list, everybody on my list ain't nobody lost. Everybody undefeated. So I can't put nobody on my list that lost. So if you lost, the team that ain't on the list better than you. They beat you. Okay, so you got the Bill. Matter of fact, I ain't even know this. It's 2 teams I ain't got on there: Kansas City and the Bill. The Jets beat Kansas City. The Jets beat the Bill. Detroit beat Kansas City. Hey, I gotta have them on the list. The Jets, like I said, they got to put a strong one out for a division rival against Buffalo. They could have laid all the way down after that game after Aaron Rodgers got hurt. but the defense didn't lay down. The defense came with
they turned up
real attitude. So then the defense came and did not lay down at all. Next week the Jets play the Dallas Cowboys. That's gonna be a hell of a game. And what I mean by gonna be a hell of a game is the reason why I say gonna be a hell of a game. Both these two teams, these might be the top three defenses in the league facing with each other.
Y'all better tighten up. Y'all better tighten up.
You're right. So then, but when they boil down to it, who you like? Zach Wilson or goddamn Dak Prescott? So,
but this is just the type of game where the Cowboys will put up 8 zillion points the week before, and they'll come into this game and lay a fat ass egg. Just
they may do that, but I expect that my defense not to go for that. I expect my defense to, hey, y'all, if the offense ain't making no noise, we can't let y'all make noise. So I expect that. But it should be a good game that week.
That thing gonna be like 9-3.
Yeah, some shit like that. I wouldn't be surprised 12 to goddamn 9. Or same way our score was against y'all, 19-12, some shit like that.
Yeah.
At number 9, I got the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers shocked me how they went out there and beat Chicago. The reason why they shocked me, because I didn't believe it. I couldn't believe in love. I'm believing somebody I ain't seen do nothing. He ain't played. I don't give a how long he been in the league. He ain't did nothing. I ain't seen him throw no pass. I don't know nothing about none of that. So that surprised me how they went out there and handled Chicago. They beat them convincingly. In Chicago, no questions asked. I'm saying I liked it. They got my attention. Last but not least, at the 10th spot, the Jacksonville Jaguars. They handled their business against the Colts. I'm saying another division game. It was close for a minute, but Jacksonville pulled out like they should. That's why I got them at 10, because they pulled off at the last minute. They should have pulled out earlier against them folk. The Colts had no business being that close to them with a rookie quarterback. But they tightened up by the end of the third quarter. So I feel like they one of the top 10 teams in the NFL for week 1 for right now. Buffalo and the Kansas City Chiefs didn't make it. Why? Because they lost. New Orleans didn't make it, even though they won. They're not in my top 10. They probably in the top 15, but they gave up. I felt like they should have beat Tennessee worse than they did. They beat Tennessee by 1 point, 16-15. They better than the Tennessee Titans. I think New Orleans really better than the Tennessee Titans. That's why they put them in my top 10. Washington, they undefeated. They didn't lose a game. They didn't lose in week 1, but the only why they put them in my top 10 because they really struggled against the Arizona Cardinals without Kyler Murray. What the fuck?
Against Dobbs. Joshua Dobbs.
Yeah, they struggled with that. So I was like, no, he ain't no top 10 team to me. But they're my top 10 teams. Like I said, we got 8 out of 10, right? My difference is I got the Jets and Jacksonville. I take that back. I got Cleveland, the Jets.
Yeah.
You got Jacksonville.
I got the Chiefs.
And the Bills.
I got the Bills.
That's it. And I got Cleveland and the Jets.
Yeah.
That's all different we got. Like I say, I know my list will be changing by next week. And and like you said, I think your team play. You said your team play the Rams next week? Yeah. Okay, so next week episode, you'll have another top 10 to get these folks to see what the people really doing. See how much yours done changed, and you'll see how much mine done changed.
You know who's gonna be at number 1 though?
Who y'all play? Oh yeah, you play the Rams. It ain't gonna change. It sound about right. Unless the Rams goddamn take y'all there to the wire. You gotta tighten up now.
It's always fun. Whenever we need a boost, we always get Woodford the Rebs. But so usually whenever we on a downward spiral and we see Rams week coming up, we like, all right, we gonna turn it around this week, and we usually do. So I don't know how it's gonna happen, especially with Cup being out, and but I will say Matthew Stafford looked good. He looked healthy. They got a lot of little fast dudes at wide receiver, Tutu Atwell, Nakua. They do. Yeah, had over 100 yards. Higbee is also, always difficult to tackle. Again, running wise, you don't really know what you're gonna get with the Rams. Cam Akers, I don't know. Like they've been trying to trade him for like 3 years now.
Nobody won.
And then they had I think he a rookie, Kyron Williams, or maybe he was undrafted. I can't remember. But I think he rushed for almost 100 yards too.
Oh yeah.
We'll see what they got.
They had two on.
We'll see what they got for us. It's always fun when McVay and Shanahan face off.
Yeah. even though I don't understand how they beat Seattle, but you're right.
I mean, Seattle is not good. Geno Smith is not good. DK Metcalf is a big ass baby. They got no other receiver. I
really think he's more than a baby. I think he hurt. But that's something else to be talking about. I thought got the sugar in
it. That too. I thought the dude Smith, I don't know how to say his last name, in Jigba. I thought he would be faster. I thought he would be more like in that Tyler Lockett, deep down the field role. But he looked kind of slow to me. Kenneth Walker's a really good back for Seattle, but I don't think their offensive line is doing anything. They brought back Bobby Wagner. Like they defense old. They got rookie corners. I mean, Tariq Woolen was really good last year. Jamal Adams hurt, so they playing a backup safety. Like
he didn't play. He didn't play. Yeah, he still ain't played yet.
Nah, I mean he didn't. I don't think he hit the pup, so that's good. But I don't think he was fully healthy.
They didn't like they did Trey Young.
But the Rams, the Seahawks, the Cardinals, that's basically all the same team. From my point of view.
You say it's all who?
The Rams, the Seahawks, the Cardinals, that's all basically the same team. Like they all in that same where it's like we kind of rebuilding, we kind of got some good players. We kind of trying to make the playoffs. We also trying to get a good draft pick. Like
the Cardinals ain't doing it. What you?
Oh no, I think the Cardinals are full on. Man, I don't know, bro. Like they, not that Colt McCoy is great or anything, but he was the best quarterback they had.
And they got rid of him.
And they got rid of, not even trade him for something. They just like, yeah, we good. You can leave.
They could.
And then they traded like a 4th or 5th round or something for Joshua Dobbs. And then they got I think a rookie Clayton Tune or something. So like I guess they tried to tank for Caleb Williams, but I don't know if that coach even gonna be there next year to even get that draft pick. And I think Caleb Williams, I mean, if I was him, I'd be like, man, I'm about to go right back to school because I'm not going to this. I mean, I don't know. Maybe 3-4 years ago when it was like, all right, like you looking at going back to college and then you looking at the NFL making millions of dollars, but these boys making millions, you know what I'm saying? All these NILs now. So like it ain't no
risk.
So like I don't know. They could try.
But Arizona, they got it. Hot garbage. They ain't even. My thing is I gotta find a game they gonna win. I gotta make sure I find a game they win. You know what I'm saying? When they ball down, I want to make sure I get that one right. That's my thing. Find a game that Arizona gonna win. Make sure I find out. That'd be my topic. Trying to find that game.
They might not.
Yeah,
might not be one.
Big Block, we done had these folks for about almost 48 minutes, man.
Yes, sir.
Before I get in touch with you and they get them up out of here.
Hey, you can find me anywhere online, social media, Big Block Sports. I'm on Twitter or X or whatever it's called now. I'm on Instagram. I'm trying to get back into try to get my Facebook back together, so you can check me out on Facebook too, Big Block Sports. I'm working on a couple podcast episodes as soon as I get my act together. But I appreciate you having me on. You know what I'm saying? It's always a good time.
You fuck with me, bro.
It's always a good time. It's always a good time, especially when we winning.
Yeah, it sounds good. That shit gonna come to a halt real soon about this old winning shit. That shit finna stop in a minute. So then give about a couple more weeks. This shit finna stop.
No.
Y'all know what the P doing on this end, man. This shit boy more dry. I fuck with folks who fuck with me. Know That Sport, man. Thursday night football edition. Know That Sport podcast. It's on all podcast platforms. YouTube, shit, whatever you screaming, high podcast, wherever you looking at your podcast is at. You know what I'm saying? I'm on that shaking the feet. I fuck with folks who fuck with me. I appreciate you, Block, man, all the time. You know, goddamn, you got a key. You welcome anytime you want to.
Yes, sir.
And you'll be on the next episode because you said the 49er play. Who y'all play? Who y'all play? Seattle or something?
The Giants. We play the Rams. And we play the Giants on Thursday night.
Okay, yeah, you play the Giants that Thursday night. So the episode we'll goddamn see can I find a way to make it seem like the Giants can win some kind of way. I don't know how they gonna do that, but I'll find a way to talk about that. Same bet time, same bet channel, man. I appreciate y'all. Know that if you don't know nothing else. Shaking it.